Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pacers Daily. I am your host, Hery Acosta. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Now, before I get into the actual video and into the ad later, I do want to talk about some cool things you can do on Underdog that I've been doing. Now, click this link right here, this QR code, create an account, use the promo code BasketballFan for $75 after you make your first $5 entry. Now, there's some really cool things that I've been doing on Underdog. First off, the drafts. I really like drafts. Now, every day it's new drafts. You can join a bracket of 8, 9, 10,000 people, maybe even more. And it's either a $5, $7, $3 entry, depending on, what the entry is. And it's for whatever games are on that night. Snake draft with 5 other people. Pick 6 players. Um, Obviously, it's based on fantasy points, and you earn money based on your placement. Now, the top 2,500 can get $10 or more, or the top 10 or top 1,000 can get, you know, $20 or more, and it's stuff like that. Obviously, you want to try to build the best team because if you fall out of that range, you will not be, getting anything. But it's been really fun. Now, the other one I really like that I tried out the other day it was the Buffalo Bills versus Denver Broncos game. There's this thing called ladders. Now, you pick 3 to 5 players, and there is a projection. If they go higher, if all 3 to 5 of those players go higher on that projection, you get a certain amount of payout. But if they go, there's a second and a third rung. If every player passes the second rung, you get an even higher payout. And then if that every player passes that third rung, that's when the times 100 times 500 payouts come in. So that one's been really fun. I got to the middle rung last time, which that was pretty good. And the draft's been fun too. So I just think everyone should try that. But now into the episode, let's talk about the fact that the Pacers won a game and then they got blown out the next game because very interesting. Now, first things first, big game from Jay Huff against the Pelicans. 29 9 and 1, 13 of 17, shooting 3 of 6 from the 3 point line. 4 of 8 from the 3 point line for Siakam, 11 of 22. He had 27 points. Neesmith had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Nemhard had 19 and 10, double double. And then Quinn Jackson off the bench with 12. McConnell 8 and 9, 9 rebounds for Tony Bradley. All around, very good game from Indy against the Pelicans. Now, it was the worst team versus the other worst team. I guess we're not the worst, but they did have a good performance from Zion Williamson. He was 10 for 12. Sadiq Bey had 20. Queen had 14 and 12. And Trey Murphy had 22 points. Jordan Poole off the bench had 11. Now, they had a lot of players that just didn't play. They didn't run that crazy amount of rotation. We had a couple players that we didn't utilize. We didn't utilize Potter, Cam Jones, or Ethan Thompson. And I will be talking about Cam Jones here in a minute because the game he put up against Detroit, I get he's a rookie, but that was not ideal to watch your rookie go out there and just miss every shot. I ooh, it was kind of sad to watch, but at the same time, I like his confidence. So we're getting into that here in a minute. But a good win here, 52% field goal. They had 50%. We were also 35% from the 3 point line, 15 of 43, so not the most ideal, 67%. We won that game shooting 12 free throws to their 30, but we also had more points in the paint, which, cue the music because that doesn't happen. Those are 20 to 6 second chance points. Less turnovers, more blocks, more steals, 15 more assists, and it's just Jay Huff's a really good shot blocker. Tony Bradley was a really good shot blocker in this game as well. But that's really it for that one. Now I kind of want to talk about the Pistons Pacers game. As soon as I saw the lineup of Quentin Jackson, Ben Shepherd, Johnny Furphy, Jarris Walker, and Jay Huff, I knew this game was about to be a blowout. But I did not think that the Pacers were only going to have 25 points at halftime. That was crazy. 53 points after the third quarter and finished the game with 78. Now, this was the perfect game. Now, it was a trap game for Detroit at home. I guess not really, but no. This is gonna be a fun one. Um, in this game, we had four double-digit scores. Okay, Jarius Walker had 13, actually led the team in points. Tony Bradley had 12, and then Isaiah Jackson and Ethan Thompson had 10. Let's go down the line of some of our shooting performances, shall we? Jarius Walker was 4 for 12. Johnny Furphy was 2 for 6. Quentin Jackson was 3 for 10. Micah Potter 0 for 3. Ethan Thompson was 3 of 13. And then Cam Jones was 1 for 10, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And then from the 3-point line, 1 for 8 Ethan Thompson, 0 for 4 Cam Jones, 0 for 2 Micah Potter, 0 for 3 Q, 2 for 5 for Jarius Walker, 1 for 5 for Taylor Peter. This team shot 28 of 79, 8 of 25 from 3, 14 of 27 from free throw line. Even if you're not going to shoot well, at least the free throws just got to be hit. I mean, Jarius Walker was 50%. Furphy missed both of his. Cam Jones missed both of his. Ben Shepherd missed 2 free throws. Isaiah Jackson missed his only free throw. That part's kind of insane to me that you can't hit free throws. I still think we need to better that. We weren't even that far off. Their rebounding total was 63 to 55. And then we pretty much matched them in steals, kind of. We only had 2 less. Now the points in the paint, they dogged us 54 to 40. Second chance 13 to 6. And their points off turnovers 34 to 9. And then their biggest lead was 46. Ours was, yeah, I mean, obviously we were down 20 in the first quarter, and then it just progressively kept getting worse. I'm not necessarily mad about that game. I just hope some players would really utilize their big opportunity to step in and, make some big plays, make some big shots, but just still haven't, a lot of players still haven't really broken out of their shell. I want to see more from Cam Jones coming up. I want to see more from Taylor and Peter. I want to see more from the players that really don't get that much playing time. And I want to see us hit free throws because that kind of cooked us last year in the finals when Matherin missed those free throws, and just overall, we are not the best free throw shooting team. And I genuinely think that is something that we need to work on. So I'm just hoping that over the next few weeks, we just kind of better that. Obviously, in no way am I saying let's just, win out, because that's not going to happen. I do think that this team is doing a good job of tanking because, I mean, that was a great loss, if we're being honest. Got some of our young guys a good big chance to play. Obviously, I wish we did a little bit more. I wish some of our players had better performances, so then we really know kind of what to look for over the next few games. Because if Cam Jones would have had a big game, he probably would have gotten more minutes. Ethan Thompson didn't shoot very well, but he was one of our leading scorers, so he might get more minutes. But then other players were just struggling from the get go. So there's just a lot that we really got to look at, because at the end of the day, all these games that we have a bunch of people injured, because we had a whole starting five. I guess J Huff is technically the starting five, but we had 4 of our starting 5 plus our 6th and 7th man all out in this game. So this was kind of like a tryout for the rest of the season, for next season, to see who's going to stay, who's going to go, who's going to get traded, and we'll just see from there. Now, I want to talk a little bit about previews. And the preview I want to talk about is this game against Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia has our number right now. Obviously, a lot of teams do. But the main player I want to look at is Tyrese Maxey, because this man, he's an all-star. He's an all-star starter. 30 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. No, those are crazy stats if I'm gonna be real with you. He's averaging a block at 6'2", which is actually pretty nice. Um, for this game, we get most of our players back, but Matherin's still out with that thumb injury. Sixers just currently have Paul George and Joel Embiid on their injury report, but I mean, Embiid is not going to be coming off a back to back, so he's most likely going to play. And Paul George should be probable for this game, but expect Embiid to play just because he only really sits the second end of a back to back, and this isn't. So watch out for that. Well, not really watch out, but know that he's probably going to play. And Embiid typically drops crazy stat lines against us because whenever he plays us, they send him to the foul line every 2 plays. So that's that. But a few things I kind of want to look at this game. I want to look at the fact that the Sixers are kind of in the middle of the league when it comes to points per game and pace. They are the 19th fastest paced team in the league. We actually are faster than them, but we've always been a fast paced offense. But our points per game compared to theirs obviously is a staggering difference. They're a decent 3-point shooting team. Um, they're actually the third best free throw percentage shooting team in the league. They're eighth in offensive rebounds. Not the biggest playmaking team as they are second to last in assists. Their assist ratio is only 17.5. Ours is 18.1. And their true shooting percentages are kind of bottom. They're 57.2. Still better than us. We're dead last. But they're a good team. Obviously, the Sixers are a good team. They've definitely improved from last season. They're definitely a team to watch for. Now, the Pacers in this game, I just what I've been asking for. I just want them to continue to, you know, play well and well not play well, but like have players that step up and just have good games and can just, space the floor and make sure that, they can get the minutes that they need because whether we win or whether we lose, we just want to see what we have for next season. We want to see what we have for this season. And coming up, I will be talking about trade rumors. I will be addressing some players that I actually want to see in the Pacers. Because I've been watching a lot of games over the last few days, and there's some players that stick out to me that might not stay on the team that they're currently on. And there's just, some stuff that you really want to see when it comes to these trades. And so, back to this game, we win, we lose, it's whatever. I just want to see us, play well. But as always, fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, or steals. Get your picks right and win up to 5,000 times your money. Now, for today, I'm just looking at LeBron and Scotty Barnes, both to go higher than 24.5 points. They've been very good scorers as of recently. LeBron's been on a tear at 41 years old. He's not going to be the main offense as Luka Doncic is coming back against the Toronto Raptors. But look for both of them to have really good games. And like I said earlier in the video, I really enjoy their drafts and their ladders. Their ladder picks are really cool. So, like I said, pick a few players, look at their projections. If you think they're going to go higher than that, put them in the list, and then just watch as your money can just multiply. Use this promo code BasketballFan to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Now, all you got to do is click this link right here. Click this QR code. It's also going to be in the description. Use the code, put in $5. You get 75 in bonus entries. Why not? Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus. 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska. 19 plus in Colorado for some games. 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/play and get terms DFSTML for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8 or text HOMI 467-369.
Welcome back. Now, I did say I wanted to be more interactive, so I'm going to be answering a comment. Aaron Nesmith's performance the other day, 1 for 12. Now, I do agree that him going 1 for 12 is more of a confidence thing rather than, him just shooting bad. Now, we've seen what Aaron Nesmith can do. He is not leaving this team anytime soon. He will not be on the trade market for this team. He is going to be on this roster as long as he wants to continue being on this roster. I just really wasn't expecting him to go 1 for 12 in a game where he could be the second or third leading scorer. Just because at the moment, he kind of is our second, third best player. And we just want really to see him blossom, see him play as well as he can. So I'm gonna keep rooting for him. I love to see more comments. I want to talk more about Pacers with you guys. I want to talk more basketball with you guys. I just want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions. Not even just on basketball, also what you think of underdog fantasy. I personally love it. Um, but just being more interactive, talking to you guys more, and just being able to really, bring in the audience and kind of build more episodes around your guys' thoughts and just, anything you guys want to see. If you guys want to see me talk about anything specific, just let me know. But I will be answering comments. If there is any, I will be answering comments during videos. And I just want to see more and more things popping up because I really love doing this. I know I say it all the time, but I can't stress it enough. I love making these videos. I just love talking. Obviously, I really like talking. But yeah, just hit me up with some comments, like and subscribe, share this video. If you know Pacer fans that might agree with my takes, might disagree with my takes, tell them to come in the comments. Gladly discuss whatever they want to talk about. More subscribers. We'll see. And then last but not least, let's talk about trades. Now, I love trades. I love the trades the Pacers have been making recently. I like the trade they made for Jay Huff. I think Jay Huff has been good. I like the trade, obviously, that they made for Siakam a few years ago. I love the trade that they made for Halliburton a few years ago. Pacers have made some good trades. They have made some questionable ones every now and then. But recently, our trades have been good. Now, like the Thomas Bryant trade was pretty good. He was a good backup center because we did have two people out. Getting rid of Wiseman's deal back when he was injured with his torn Achilles to the Raptors, and then they waived him. But one player I kind of want to see now, I don't know if he's going to be really available, but I want Donovan Clingan. I genuinely think that Donovan Clingan is a really good player. I He's 7'3". He's a former national champion winner. Um, he's just one of the better shot blockers in the league. Can grab you 15 to 20 rebounds on any given night if he really wanted to. Top tier rebounder, pretty good defender, can grab steals. He's a one of those players where he's still very young, so he's gonna have a little bit of a higher, you know, not just higher ceiling, but a higher asking price, especially when the Blazers are actually not that bad of a team this year. With Avdija, just dropping 20 to 25 points a game. Shaden Sharp is doing a lot better. They got rid of Anthony Simons for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's been in and out of the rotation, but he's still playing pretty good. They're gonna have Damian Lillard coming back next year. So this team can build. That team can build on a lot of things, and they could ask for something from us. As long as we don't trade our first round pick this year, I think a lot of stuff is fair game. There's certain players that I don't want to see go. I obviously most of our starting lineup I don't want to see go. Like Halliburton staying, Siakam is staying. I would like Nemhard to stay. Not players like Matherin or Obi Toppin. More expendable just because not just their contracts, but we could utilize them to get bigger players and just have people over here. Now we've seen players like Trae Young already get traded, and Trae Young decided to go to the Washington Wizards, which I mean probably shocked even the Washington Wizards that he wanted to go there. And Klingon, I still think we should try to trade for Subac because Subac is another 10 and 10 guy or 20 and 15 guy that I would like to see on this team. I'm still gonna go with Vucevic that I really want to see him on this team. And I want to really analyze some of these trades, as they happen, if we get anybody. And there's just been other players on the trade market. Now, earlier today, John Morant, well, the day I'm recording this, John Morant decided that he doesn't really want to get traded from Memphis after supposedly requesting a trade, which is fine. I don't think he was going to fit our culture anyways. I mean, he has always had issues with the Pacers anyways. And overall, there's just, never know. Like Jaren Jackson Jr., he might have something that we could trade for him, or there's a lot of players that we could really go for because there's some teams that just aren't looking too good. But obviously we're not either. But next year we should be. We should be good. Um, but as of right now, just focus on a center, seeing who all we can grab. Even DeAndre Ayton, like obviously I don't think the Lakers want to get rid of him just yet because he is playing pretty well. He's had a few double doubles recently where he's actually finally becoming that player that Phoenix thought they had drafted, that Portland thought they had traded for, and now he's actually finally being that guy. And the Lakers are pretty much playing a lot better because of it. But you already know. Like and subscribe. Keep sharing these videos. I enjoy all the feedback and everything that people give out in the comment section. As always, I'm your host, Hery Acosta. This is Pacers Daily. Boom, baby. And go, Sirs.